I hope everybody's doing well. Today is Tuesday, July 28th of 2026, and it's 5:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is raining, okay? I've worked on many cases, you guys, okay? Many cases. Now, this lightning and thundering, it's that Shango energy, okay? And I didn't know if I was really wanting to come on today, right? I need to take a break from all this energy. So it's lightning and thundering. And I want to revisit a case, okay? Now, this case, I have reached out to the FBI, also have reached out to the police department, okay? This case should have been solved a long time ago. A long time ago, this case should have been solved. I was supposed to meet with the detective, the mother. I have spoken to the mother. She asked me not to give up on this case, and I told her I'm not going to give up on this case, okay? I want to take notes. I have some other notes that I took in the past. And I also went back to revisit my videos. Hey, you guys. So I don't know if I really want to do this reading, because the reason why is because I'm being told to stay still, okay? Stand down and stay still. And the reason why I say this is because this is an old case that I worked on, you guys. And I've been dissecting it. Not just dissecting it. Hey, you guys. I'm in the United States. High Voodoo Priestess Amor. I have did a fire reading on this case with the element of fire. I also threw the bones and the shells. I've also did the cards. So the reading that I was going to do, I'm going to wait on that reading. Yeah, you can ask me a question. I think I'm going to wait on that reading because I'm waiting to actually this case will be solved. Hey Loretta, how are you doing? So I'm waiting. I was going to do this reading. Hold on, let me take a screenshot of this for a reason. So, High Voodoo Priestess Amor, thank you. When do you remember seeing the disconnect between people after technology came along? Hi from Allegheny. Hi, Lioness. You remember my channel, when I started this channel, it was called Queen Lioness. That was the name of that was the name of this channel. Queen Lioness. That was the name of my channel when I initially started this channel. It was Queen Lioness was the name of this channel. Okay. That was the name of my channel. It's Queen Lioness. That was the name of it. When do you remember seeing the disconnect between people after technology came along? The disconnect has always been there. It must be your spirit animal. I have many spirit animals. But when did I see the disconnect? Since a child. So you have to be very careful with technology because technology can disconnect you from reality. Okay, it can really disconnect you from reality. That's why I was like, do I even want to come on? Okay. So I did a water reading, which was called Water Scrying. I'm not going to do the case that I came on here to do. The reason why is because I need to wait. Okay, I need to wait because that is what I'm hearing. Okay. Hey, you guys. Hey, Andrew. Thank you, Shungite. Yeah, my channel was called Queen Lioness. Andrew says I'm just catching up. Yeah, it's so much going on. I've been so immersed in the Nolan Wells case. It's there's so much deception, so much lies. This case has been tainted. Okay. Now I want to say something. You know that boat? I listened to it. People have send it to me, and I played it over and over. I even slowed it down. The call they made from the boat. Okay. I have slowed it down. I also put it on my community posts. So the call that was made, the first voice said, y'all see Nolan, right? Second voice was a female. I saw him. The third voice laughs. Nolan's there. The fourth voice calling Nolan. The fifth voice is a female voice, strong southern accent, dramatic, sounds genuine, excited. I've listened to this video recording over and over. Hey, I'm new to your channel. Thank you guys. I have listened to this recording over and over and over. It also was saying that, is he dead? Now, this is coming from Mississippi, okay? This is coming, hey, you guys. And I just, I read the energy of Nolan, and there's something that stands out to me in the energy. When they made the phone call, they said something about membership. They also mentioned somebody's name. Let me go back to my notes. Because, man, when I tell you, this is deep. So they even mentioned a name. I have the name here. Hold on, let me find the name. I'm focused on Nolan's case and in this case here in Pennsylvania. I need this case solved. And I'm tired of waiting. And so is the mother and father. They're tired of waiting. Okay. So I'm gonna say something. So in the call they made on the boat, yes, even Nolan's case, I'm tired of waiting. It's like a game they're playing, right? Remember in the beginning I said this is like a game, and they're playing a game with us, right? Our intellect and our common sense. Okay, it's crazy. Um, it is really crazy. So there's two things on the 911 call that really like stood out to me. Remember, one of the boys said, "I am a member," on the 911 call. Okay, let me see if I can play it here. Okay, let me. One of the first people I started. Okay, so let's go to the 911 call, the Coast Guard call for Nolan Wells, right? It's so interesting because Nancy Grace has did a she's been talking about this. Personally, do I care about Nancy Grace? I mean, she came in this a little bit too late, okay? I mean, she's speaking about it, that's good. She has people on her channel that watch her. So Nolan Wells, the engineer has broken down the 911 call from the boat, Horn Island. The auto engineer says she analyzed the 911 call that was made with the young man, Nolan Wells. See told for help. Yes, you guys, membership. Let me play this for you guys. So what stood out to me was membership. Okay, membership to what? And I kept getting FBI energy, CIA, FBI and CIA. So is the grandfather a retired FBI agent or a CIA agent? I'm just saying, okay? We need to throw this out here, okay? Because in the 911 call, they said membership, and they also mentioned somebody's name. Hold on. What? Okay. So we're going to go to the audio and the transcripts from the tow company, right? So we're going to play it on Nancy Grace. We're going to use Nancy Grace, okay? So people been sending me it. I've been dissecting it. And the two things that stood out to me was the name of the person and the membership. Yes, the membership of a towboat company. I think granddad's name was given. Yes, the granddad's name, actually, I have it too. Hold on. Did we just hear? And if this is the grandfather, I mean, he's a retired FBI. He graduated from the FBI Academy. Okay. Is Jeffrey, is this the name right here? Jeffrey Ackerson. He's a graduate from the FBI Academy. Now, I don't know if this is the guy's name, but this is the guy's name they said in the phone call. And they also said the grandfather, he's a police chief. Yeah, we need to find out because this is Jeffrey Ackerson. He's a former FBI agent. He graduated from the FBI National Academy. And if you see it on my reads, FBI came out. And then remember, they said that they called the grandfather. Somebody says it's Jerry something. Okay. Because I wanted to make sure it wasn't him. Okay. Just saying. So they said membership. Oh, Jeffrey Ackerson. That's what they said. So let's read on Jeffrey Ackerson's energy. Now, I got an illness in his energy. I picked that up right away. The man is sick. So let's get a clean paper, a clean slate for his energy. because the case I wanted to talk about, I'm going to hold off on. This is why. There's a reason why. When I'm told to hold off, there's a reason why. So his name was Jeffrey. Make sure nothing's on this paper. Jeffrey. His last name is Ackeerson. So is Jeffrey actually a name of a person, or that's a code word? And then let's look at the membership. They said a membership. So a membership to this this towing, okay, this towing company. And then the boy on the phone says everybody on the boat was under the age of 21. So Jeffrey is a name, right? So we need to give Jeffrey, if Jeffrey's a name, let's see what energy. And I did do the reading on Jeffrey before. But there is an FBI agent named Jeffrey Ackerson. Now, am I saying this is him? You know, no, this is for entertainment purposes. Somebody said they heard Bert was a psycho. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to say something. I don't work with no other psychics. I work alone. Okay. So what I see and other psychics see or other people see, that's on their channel. My channel is a little bit different. I work alone. I work with you guys. You guys help me, but I work alone. So other people may be saying different things out there. That is them. Okay. I work alone. Whatever I see is what I see. And whatever somebody else sees is what they see. Okay. It can match up. It cannot match up. But that's their channel. This is my channel. And if you guys have been on my channel for quite some time, you know how I work. Okay. I work alone. I work with my ancestors and I work alone. Okay. So let's look more into, I believe they were speaking in code. I'm telling you, code. Because membership. Okay, so you look at membership, you can break the word membership. Okay, and they called the towing company, right? Is what is it? C towing? Hold on, let me see. Because I have the whole thing here. Warren says we're sinking. There's a female voice on the call. There's an unclear voice. There's a male. I mean, they're saying, is he dead? I mean, and there has been no arrest. So obviously the Ocean Springs Police Department are not doing their job. Okay? They're not doing their job. They're not. Because there's no search warrants. I mean, you have to have evidence before you bring this to a grand jury. Okay? You have to do interviews. You have to do lie detector tests. You have to read them their rights, their remand of rights. Okay? You can actually do a citizen arrest. Okay? A citizen arrest. But you have to have a search warrant to go on somebody's property. So they would have to have a search warrant to go onto the boats. They would have to have a search warrant to go into their home. So I really believe they're talking in code here when they said membership. And then the grandfather called them and told them not to come. And I told you Fort Bayou is where they actually went to. And there has been no arrest. Everybody lawyered up from day one. Okay. And all these people are claiming to be Nolan's friends. I'm not going to be on here long. But if I was his friend, I mean, they're not showing no emotion. I mean, you can read their body language. One boy's like this defensive mode. Okay. I think his name is Tristan, whatever his name is. And then Warren. I mean, it's lies. Lies and lies and lies on top of lies. And we have to decipher what is the truth and what is a lie. And that call was made. That's a legit call. That was made. Legit. Real. They're saying on that call, it's an AA, you have to pay membership. They're very cold fake friends. Yeah, this is just like a car. When your car breaks down, you have AAA, right? And I call AAA and I say I'm a member. I give them my member number, and they come out. They send a towing truck or somebody that works for the company out. Okay, and he said that everybody that was on that boat was underage, under the age of 20. Then he got quiet, and somebody was telling him something. Okay, so let's pull the energy of. I believe they were talking in code. I'm telling you. Because membership can be, okay, membership of the towing company, but code is, the name Jeffrey. And when I looked it up, it went to an FBI agent. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's called AA here in the UK. Yeah, here it's called AAA. But on you got to understand that the water and the land is different rules and regulations on land and water. Yes, triple AAA. Okay. And on land and water, you guys understand land is ruled, has different laws and regulations, just like water. And they didn't call the Coast Guards. I mean, they made a call out, but then they canceled the call. Okay. If yes, maritime law. So if they are sinking, their boat is sinking, okay, and they're calling, and obviously the guy is drunk that's making the phone call. His words are slurred, okay? They are intoxicated, drugged, and drinking, right? Then I looked this guy up, and the picture I was shown was an FBI agent. So I'm confused here. Yeah, maritime law is different than on land. So let's pull the energy on the boat, because I just want to go into the boat's energy. That's it. The boat. That phone call. Let's go into that phone call's energy. I don't even want to play it no more, you guys. To be honest, it's so damn disturbing when I listen to it over and over. And then, was it an alibi? Like the boat sinking, they wanted to make an alibi with the timing. Okay? So they can say, okay, at this time, I was not with Nolan. The boat was sinking. So they're trying to distance themselves from Nolan Xavier Wells. Okay. So let's look at the energy of the boat. Okay. We're going to channel the boat. Okay. Just the boat. So I'm going to ring this bell. The boat's energy. The boat's energy. We timestamped this video. I already timestamped it. Give me the boat's energy. Okay, we're not going to be on here long. We're going to pull the boat's energy. I don't like to rush when I do readings, okay? I'm calling on my ancestors, Nolan's ancestors. So this is a crime because there has been a crime committed. Nolan went to the beach with his friends and did not come home. We all know that. They said that they took Nolan's phone. Why would they take Nolan's phone? But we're going to look at the boat. So ancestors, I need to see the boat's energy. Let me get a little bit of water on here, because we're going to be looking at the body of water. And this energy has been so heavy. Just reading it, it's because it's so dark. And Nolan wanted to fit in with these kids. So let's look at the boat energy. I just want to see the boat energy. The boat. Just show me the boat's energy. That's all I need to see. I'm calling on my ancestors to give me true discernment, the truth. Okay, protect me and my passengers and all who passes by with a steady hand and watchful eye. Okay, show me the boat's energy on the July 4th on that body of water, leaving Horn Island. Show me that energy. Legal proceedings. So there will be legal proceedings. Okay, so there's definitely going to be legal proceedings, and the card behind it was cover up. So we know that this is a cover up, and we know that there will be legal proceedings coming forward. We're reading the energy of the boat. So legal proceedings could be somebody was on that boat, could have some kind of background in the legal system too. And we know that there is a cover up. We're just reading the energy of the boat. I'm seeing the boat swaying and rocking. I'm seeing the water. So they were definitely rugging and drugging. Okay. And I told you he was poisoned. Okay. He was slipped something. So this is the energy of the boat. Somebody wanted revenge that was on that boat. So legal proceedings could be that there will be legal proceedings coming. Okay. This is definitely a cover up. So something was covered up on that boat. And we're going to get boat out of this deck. Trust my words when I tell you that. There was a lot of drugs, and we're going to even get alcohol that's going to come out. And somebody on that boat that day wanted revenge. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the bottom. It says cleanup. Okay. So we know that they have had plenty of time to clean this boat up. Okay. There's also some camera evidence of Nolan on that boat. So there's some kind of recording. Okay. Which we know that because they reached out to the towing company. But there's a surveillance. So that means there was a camera. Somebody was recording this. Okay. This is just the energy on the boat. Somebody was being a caregiver to Nolan on that boat. But somebody wanted revenge. The person that wanted revenge, it's underneath the cover up. Somebody says, I think it's on the dark web. Shit. Show me the energy on the water of the boat. So they're lies. They're lying about what happened on the boat. The bottom was family. The caregiver is lying about what happened on this boat. So somebody wanted revenge, and then we seen the autopsy there where there was a blow to the back of the head. He did not drown in the water. I mean, even if they would have held him in the water, because if you go back to my readings, I seen somebody somebody was trying to go back to my readings. Okay, so if they would have, there was a blow to the back of his head. Okay. Crime and passion keeps wanting to come out. So Nolan felt trapped on this boat. Okay. Somebody had the fire element. So fire talks about passion, but also fire talks about, so somebody could be a fire sign, but fire talks about somebody was really heated. Okay. Shit was about to blow up on that boat. This is why I believe there was an argument on that boat. Inside the boat. Okay. Nolan was inside on that boat. Somebody's family was on that boat. This is a family dynamic, and this is a family cleanup. We know they were partying. Somebody's grandparents are involved in this. They helped out. They went to the grandfather's home. We know that for a fact. We know these kids were partying, having a good old time. And this had to do with the dating of somebody. Okay, and they wanted revenge. Give me one more card on this energy. They were traveling on this boat. Abuse and neglect was going on this boat. We know they had his phone. Somebody says they said that Bart wondered if he strangled him that took poor Nolan out. Big argument. Yes, for sure. Yeah, there was a fight on this boat. That's for sure. This was about revenge. And this was all over a girl. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you guys this. Manipulation. The devil was on that boat. The devil's about power, control, addictions. And we know that Nolan was missing, okay, on July 4th. So we're getting the boat's energy. So his phone was on that boat. Nolan's phone was on that boat. There was a couple that was dating on that boat. So this is what we got. So far we got that there was a family dynamic on that boat. There was a cleanup of the boat. His actual phone was on that boat. They were drugging. He was poisoned. I just keep telling you that. And his body was on that boat. And they cleaned that boat up. And what is giving me the fight energy is the abuse and neglect and the revenge. They wanted revenge. We're reading the energy of the people on the boat and the boat's energy. Because we can read the boat's energy, okay? Let's see. I want to go to this deck. So somebody, okay, so there was a fight on that boat. Kate and Nolan, or either Wyatt and Kate. That's what we need to find out. Definitely the fight was, and with Nolan, of course, we know that the fight was with Nolan, okay? And there was a transformation. So this is a change. Change happened quick on this boat. Normally with transformation is like ascension. Somebody says Nolan was harmed on the boat. He was also drugged on the boat. That's how they got him. Yes. That's how they overpowered him. They had to rug him. Okay. Now we got encounter, met by chance, love at first sight, and crush. So there was somebody on this boat, okay, that Nolan was talking to, okay, and the girl affairs. So this girl was messing with two different guys, okay, same energy on land and on boat. And they even mentioned Warren's brother. Okay. So Kate is the person that Kate needs to be interviewed. Because what the encounter was, okay, he encountered the female, which Warren said he was in the water. He left Nolan behind. That's a lie. Mistress is third party, have an affair. Nolan was harmed on the boat. He was also drugged on the boat. Yes. Wonder, was Kate a handler to Nolan? She could be. She could have been luring him in, dating him, luring him in. So two people on that boat that day both were seeing the same girl. Okay, we're reading the boat. We're just reading the boat's energy. And the people that were on this boat had addiction. They were on drugs, alcohol, obsession, and toxic attachments. And we heard in the phone call the person was drunk. The phone was on the boat. Somebody said it was a setup. Yeah, it was. Limit crime, forbidden love. So this love was forbidden because the person that was with Kate that was seeing Kate, okay, the Jezebel spirit, right? It was forbidden, a taboo, limit, crime, forbidden love, and curiosity, right? And some shit jumped off. Look at that storm. It's storming right now where I'm at. So this, I mean, it's deeper than this, but we're just reading the boat's energy. So something happened on this boat where there was a fight, a crime. It even says crime. Look at this, you guys. A crime occurred on this boat, limited, forbidden love, and curiosity. A crime. CRIME. Okay. So we're just getting the boat's energy that day. And there's an energy of resting. So they said that Paul's journey, new beginnings. So Nolan's like hung over the boat. Okay. Resting. Look at this. You can't even make this shit up. There's an island that you can see off from where the boat is, and that would be Horn Island. Then there's another place where they actually stopped, was Fort Bayou. And I told you guys, Fort Bayou is so important. The grandfather needs to be investigated. There needs to be a warrant for his home. Okay. And divine timing. Things are playing out because we're going to get the truth to this. Okay, divine timing, karma, a calculus to this. Okay, and there was ascension. Somebody ascended. They were gone. So it went from a fight to ascension. Somebody ascending. Yes, this case is tired and draining. They want us to go into that direction, then over here. Yeah, it's like they want us to go in circles. And two people on this boat, they're very sick because their relationship is repaired because of Nolan's no longer here. Cure, understanding, coercion. So this girl set Nolan up. Reconciliation. They're together. We're reading the energy on the boat. The boat is moving on the water. Okay. Let's go to another deck. Now, when I looked up Jeffrey, he's an FBI agent, so I don't know. I'm going to pull my own deck. Yeah, and they were keeping a promise. So this promise was made before they even got on the boat. Okay, so this boy and this girl kept a promise. There was a promise about Nolan. They had to get rid of Nolan. Okay. It's very draining. Yeah, there was drinks and drugs on that island, and I think they said that everybody was under 21, so it's illegal. Okay, things are falling apart on that boat. Falling apart, falling into pieces on the boat. Betrayal happened on that boat. Deceit, backstabbing, traitor energy, unworthy or of trust happened on that boat. This girl does not want to hear it. This girl has brown hair. This is the girl we need to look for. She can also dye her hair like highlights with blonde. Private relationship. This is giving, okay, so Warren said that Nolan was holding Kate and all this stuff, okay? Yeah, Kate has brown hair. Kate, you need to step forward. Kate Kate needs to be she needs to be investigated. She needs to come forward, because if she doesn't, this is going to come out. The first card that came out was keeping a legal proceedings. Okay, so Kate knew about this. She doesn't want to hear it. This is some sick shit. So how's the judge and her husband doing now since Nolan is dead? I believe the judge is going to take her life, if for entertainment purposes, because we are getting to the truth of this. And those friends were not his friends. They were fake friends. And you know what's so interesting? Some of the boys had blue shades on that day, and some of them had brown shades on that day. Even Nolan had a particular color of shades on that day, and a particular color of necklace that day. These people are not his friends. Okay. Okay, so we're reading the energy on the boat. Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. So they're just watching this shit on the boat. Somebody was rolling their phone. Their camera was rolling. I'm telling you, the camera was rolling. Now, I don't know if somebody's family's in the police department, because it keeps coming out in the energy, okay? I have to say it. And sometimes boys can send girls as a bait, okay? A bait. But she was obviously seeing one of the boys on the boat. She has a past history with one of the boys that was on the boat. Okay? Go back to my readings. And then also the relationship Nolan had with the judge. I mean, this is crazy. Yes, a honey trap. It's really crazy, because he believed in his heart that these people were his friends. They were not his friends. So this is the energy of the boat. Game over. Getting played, manipulation, lies, and control. We're reading the boat's energy. Give me some more on this boat's energy. So this is interesting. Squid, reconciliation, soul tribe, and close friends. And there's a pig in the water, and there is a bird over the pig. So all these kids are coming up with the same story. I bet you when the cops interview these children, they're all going to have the same story. All of them, their story is going to be the same story. They have rehearsed this story that they're going to tell the police. All their stories are going to be the same. Now, some people got paid off here. Dirty money, laundering, and still illegal. That were on that boat. So people that were on that boat got hush money. And it's very interesting. You see this girl, this Jezebel, and she's white. If you look at the other cards, she's also in white. So she used seduction. Where's that card at? This is the same girl. In each card, it's the same girl. The same energy. But Nolan's the one that got played and was abused. Same girl. This is dirty money. Not all money is good money. Yeah, there was 2 girls on the boat. They're saying Ava and Kate. Now, there's 2 different Kates. Um, Kate McCormick, and there was a girl named Ava. And I think Kate is married. Ava is married to somebody in Kate's family or something like that. Yeah, Ava and Kate. So they definitely need to be questioned here. Somebody says, got fight 14 wands together. Ava's sister. Yes, let's pull from the regular right away. So chain, codependency, unhealthy attachments, and weighed down. So they had him weighed down somehow. Or held down, weighed down. This energy keeps repeating itself. In all my reads. Right here. Okay. Chemistry, intense passion, things are heating up. Something with chain, codependency, unhealthy attachments, and weighed down. We got receipts, evidence, guilty as charged, and exposure. There's blood in that boat. Nolan's handprints are in that boat. Somebody on this boat is very dramatic, trying too hard. This is the person I believe fought Nolan. Very extra, okay? There is fingerprints of Nolan and evidence of him on that boat. Now we got yes, remember the rope we got rope and he was held down by something. We're reading the boat's energy. So on the chain, the boat has a chain that also has an anchor. So some kind of chain was used here. People got money, but it's dirty money. Illegal money. Let's see where we're going to go from here. Oh, let's go to my deck. I don't know why I feel like this grandfather is... I hope it's not the guy that I see on there, because if he is an agent, retired agent... If the boat was sinking, why did they travel around to the other islands? That's what I'm saying. Because they had to hide his body. They had to hide his body. Let's see if the body card comes out. Why were they traveling around to the different islands? Okay, the war. So there was definitely some fighting, war going on, fighting. Okay, so why were they traveling? Let's see what card we can get. Why were they traveling? People keep asking that. Like, why are they traveling? The girlfriend and the murderer. They murdered him. We're reading the energy of the boats. He was murdered. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. I don't even have to say for entertainment purposes at this point, because we all know this is not for entertainment. This is for real. Somebody's life was taken. Wise boat and Bart's boat. Yes. So a girlfriend, Kate or Ava, okay, and the grandfather's energy came out, and his home came out. Nolan was kidnapped, and a murder happened. This is crazy. Somebody says more photos got released today. Yeah, but we got to be careful, because we don't know what photos are real and what photos are not. I mean, it's the only thing I'm going off of is that phone call that was a legit phone call. Okay, that's the only thing I'm going off of in the boat energy. Oh, let me find Nancy Grace on TikTok. She plays the boat, and I don't like to keep playing this because It's very disturbing in your spirit when you listen to it. Because we know this boy was murdered and nothing is being done.
What was that? One more time, please.
Okay, so they say, let me slow it down. Okay, so okay.
What did we just hear? What was that? One more time, please.
Okay, the male says, sure, he's dead. He was already dead. He was dead. Then the female says, is he dead? Then they scream out, Nolan. He's unresponsive. He's already gone. Now, this was released from the tow company. Now, I asked myself, well, why would the tow company release this? Because they don't want to get charged for Nolan Xavier Wells' death. And they don't want to be sued. They don't want to be sued. Because they have the evidence right here that was the C-Tow dispatch company, and you're talking in code. And the female says, oh my God. That's what I was asking too, because we got a caught. We keep getting a caught in their energy. We're reading on the boat. This recording and the boat's energy, and this is what we're showing. There was drugs on that boat. So if they would have went, they would have seen a dead body and drugs on the goddamn boat. And a whole bunch of drunk kids, and I believe there was adults too. I don't care what nobody says. You can't convince me of it. So, Nolan, don't die. This is crazy. The female says, oh my God, Nolan, don't die. The female says, oh my God. The male says, Nolan, don't die. Yeah, we need a toxicology report. And we need some search warrants. And you know what's so crazy? I'm like, they don't even care, you guys. They don't care. Yeah, if they were black or they were Hispanic, that boat would have been... That boat would have been... They would have went out there. That boat would have been in evidence right now. I have a hard time hearing that screaming voice of Nan. Yeah, because it's actually slowed down. There's an engineer, she does this for a living, and they slowed it down too. And I have it by words. You can go on my community.
How can I help you? Hey,
let me find she's a black girl.
Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and this is insane.
Okay, so even Secret Sam, okay? Nolan Wells' emergency call could be evidence. It is evidence. He even slows it down in his video.
I hear this audio in the beginning where they're calling for the emergency for their bilge pump and they're taking on water. I swear you can hear her say, oh my God, is he dead? And yells, Nolan. Listen to the audio. I cannot hear.
And then there's a black lady. She's an engineer, and she does this for a living. Okay, I can't find her, but that's who you really need to listen to, because she is an engineer. This is what she does, and there's truth to this. Who's Sam? Bart Emerson Jr. and been locked up the same day. Yeah, they would have been locked up. Like, this shit is crazy. They would have been locked up. He was... And then the blow to his head, I mean, why would he have a blow to his head? Obviously, there was a blow to his head. The back of his head, a blow. an object that they use. And people are more invested in this case than the own sheriff department, DEA. Um, they're more invested in this case because this could be anybody's son. We're more invested in this case than they are. The beach energy's here. The secrets. Things were happening at the beach. There's secrets on that beach. That led up to this. There was fighting on the beach. And they're all lying. You don't believe none of Nolan's friends. I'm sorry. They're all liars. All of them are liars. All of them. Even the girls that are involved, they're liars. They're all liars. I don't trust none of them, and I don't believe none of them. And Nolan was in great danger. So we're just reading the boat energy. That's all we're reading is the boat energy. That's it. We're reading the boat energy here. They're witnesses to a crime. This is crazy. And the only reason they're getting away with this is because they're white, rich kids. Sacrifice. If these kids were not white and rich, they would not have got away with this shit. If they were black or any other color out here, their asses would have been fucking in jail. They would have been already in. We would have already been starting a court date. But you need proof. And the police department is not working with the Ben Trump's legal team. Not even the lady that did the autopsy. Okay? They're keeping his body parts. I mean, when does this happen? I believe you. I'm not going to ask you no more questions because you done told us. I know what's going on when the picture is very clear. You got to be slow not to catch on. I mean, you really got to be fucking slow. Or you're either slow or you're in denial. You don't want to believe that they took this young boy's life. Okay? And this was actually, somebody was recording this. The camera saw it to dark web. I believe it's the Idaho 4. Exactly. Yes, people said the Idaho 4, that recording was sold on the dark web. Yes, it was. I did the reading on the Idaho 4. It's very dark. That guy up there, Brian Kohlberger, whatever, for entertainment purposes, I told you who was involved in that. Dylan and the other girl that survived. Well, Dylan's not even a girl. She's a man. And the other girl was the man. And if there's a connection to that college that they were going to. It was a snuff film. And Dylan and the other girl, what's the other girl's name? I haven't read on this for so long. They're both men. If you don't know that, they are men. They are not females. They are presenting themselves as females, but they are men. You think Brian Kohlberg, for entertainment purposes, went in there and mass murdered all them people? No. They did a snuff film. And the college is involved in this. Yeah, their energy harvesting is no joke, you guys. Be careful where there's full moon coming up. The moon's been looking different. I think the full moon's tomorrow. We're just reading the energy of the boat. So there was definitely betrayal on this boat. Betrayal. Secrets and witnesses and all fucking lies. And everybody that was there knows what happened. I believe after the pool party, they went to the straight bayou place, waiting until dark. Yes, that's what I believe too. I truly believe that, because the reason why I say that, when they went to search for his body was not there on the 4th or the 5th. The body came up on the 6th. We got a false female. She's a trickster energy. And that body was on that damn boat. Look at this. The body in the boat. He was poisoned. And these people's children are involved. I'm reading the boat's energy. Come through. And some people they're going to go to jail, but you got to understand, they need the hard evidence. Okay, they need the hard evidence to rest their asses. And they're going to find something on that beach. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, they buried something on that motherfucking beach. And they will find it. That's all I'm going to say on that one. There's something buried on that beach. And if they go back to look, because I know some of them are watching my channel, they're not even going to find it. But the police or the FBI will find it, because the FBI has authority to go on that beach, because that's a federal land. So do I need to read them their remand rights? Because we can start reading them right now to them. Water. And you can do a citizen arrest. You guys know that, right? We have to call judgment on this every day. We can not just watch these things and not call judgment on them when they mention names. No, we're not. So the remand rights, so somebody put it down there, because we can actually read it to them right now. We can read it to them now. We can read it to them right. We can read the remand rights to them right now. I am placing you under arrest. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can say and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Okay? You can do a citizen arrest. So I'm reading the remand rights to all these individuals that are involved in this. If you guys can start dropping their names so I can start calling their names out. Kate McCormick, I am reading the remand rights to you right now. And I'm placing you under arrest. Warren Hudson, I'm reading you your remand rights. You're being placed under arrest. Who else we got? We got Warren. We got Kate McCormick. We got Ava. What's Ava's last name? Okay, let's start reading them the remand rights, okay? Who else we got? Bert, we're reading you your remand rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and you will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. Bert, Edson. Who else do we need to name? Let's start naming some names. Okay, Javon. Okay, Morgan Seymour. Wyatt. What is Wyatt's last name? Let's start reading the remand rights. You can do a citizen arrest. You guys know that. In the United States, you can do a citizen arrest. Javon, I'm reading you the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can say, anything you say and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Who else do we need to throw out names? Because I'm reading the Miranda rights to them right now. Okay, this is why they lawyered up day one, because they knew Nolan was dead. They knew that he was murdered. Yes, Tristan. Okay, I'm reading you your Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Wyatt Pyron. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Elon Jackson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Ashley and Ben Hudson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Also, let's name the lady that did the autopsy, Stacy Turner. Thank you. Come through. Stacy Turner. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attain attorney. Yes, Letterbetter. Let's go to Letterbetter. What's the sheriff Letterbetter? You have the right. What's his first name? Sheriff Letterbetter. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Judge Ashley Cole. We mentioned her already in the Miranda right. Okay, Ava, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. I'm calling this in the spiritual and trickle down to the physical. Okay, so all these people that were involved in the cover-up of Nolan Xavier Wells' death. I am reading you your Amanda rights. I am reading it to you in spiritual law and in physical law. Yes, Ashley was having an inappropriate relationship. Ashley Cole, a sitting judge of the 16th District Court, was having an inappropriate relationship with Nolan Xavier Wells. Yes, it's called Grandpa Jerry Ackerson. I am reading you your Amanda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. Kate McCormick and her sister. We already read about Kate. We'll say it again. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, we're calling this in the spiritual and the physical. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. This is why they lawyered up. And all these people will be going in front of a judge, and all these people will be read the Miranda rights. And the governor in Mississippi. I'm going to read you your Miranda rights. And I want to also call the DEA of Mississippi because she's not doing her goddamn job. You have the rights. So let's call her. The governor of Mississippi. What is her name? I need to say her name. Because I need the universe to hear this. I need the ancestors to hear this. I need everybody to hear this. The dogs are even barking. Angela Myers McCormick. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. This is spiritual and in the physical. Somebody says, I love your ghost speed. Thank you. I got actually two of them. One from an old medicine man in Arizona. And then this one I got from another person. Okay. And this is just lapis lazuli. You guys, I love lapis lazuli. Oh yeah, the DEA and sheriff and the governor. All you guys, I am reading you your Miranda rights, and I'm declaring, decreeing this injustice on Nolan Xavier Wells in the spiritual and the physical, that there will be justice for him in the spiritual, in the physical. And I am reading everybody their Miranda rights. And I am reading this as a this is a citizen arrest in the spiritual, in the physical. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. This is a historical case. What we are witnessing with Nolan Xavier Wells is something that our grandparents have witnessed, our great grandparents have witnessed. Ashe, 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 and so it shall be, and so it will be. And I'm talking in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm. We are calling justice and judgment on this. See, when this happened to Medgar Evers, Emmett Till, not just them. You guys remember the two black boys and the one Jewish boy in Mississippi that they found in the body of water? Their whole car was in the body of water. Mississippi Bernie. You remember there was two black boys and a Jewish boy. They were all dead. We are living in a time of Emmett Till, Medgar Evers, and those three Mississippi boys. Yes, Governor Tate. I'm reading you your Miranda rights. Let's not forget him. We're calling judgment on the spiritual and the physical. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, it will be used against you in the court of law, in the spiritual realm and the physical. This is for everybody that I just called out their name, and the ones that their names are not being called out. Okay, Bart's grandfather, Bart's father. Okay, in the spiritual, in the physical, we are calling judgment upon their heads in the spiritual and the physical realm. Yes, we called on. I did read on Dr. Stacey Turner. We are calling judgment. Yes, we are calling on the highest form of judgment against them in the spiritual and the physical and all timelines, all frequencies, and the Almighty, all Jesus, all the Mary, all Jah. Unknown and known. Unseen and seen. Okay? So you can do a citizen arrest if you guys don't know that. And yes, we're all claiming this. Okay, because you're not going to hide behind the state of Mississippi. Okay, you're not going to hide behind the state of Mississippi. We're in different times. We're not in our grandparents' time. We're not in our great grandparents' time. We're in different times. Oh, and Bethany. Let's call out Bethany. Let's read her Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. This is why they got attorney. Because they know that he was murdered. They know that. Yeah, we did Bert too. Bert and his father and his grandfather. His grandfather is ill. I don't know how. Yeah, his grandfather is very ill. His grandfather keeps showing up as a warlock. Okay, every time I read on a Bert's grandfather, he showed up as a goddamn warlock. Like seriously, every time I read on that old man. Oh, and Wyatt, yes, we did read Wyatt. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. This is why they got attorneys, because they know they're going to courts. Also, we are calling the highest form of judgment against them in the spiritual and physical and all timelines, all frequencies, and the Almighty Jah or the Mary Yeshua. We're calling judgment. Okay? On every timeline, we're calling judgment upon these people, okay? So we know what happened to Nolan. We all are aware of what happened to Nolan. We know that he was murdered. Yeah, there's blood on the boat. It don't matter how much they clean that boat, there's blood on that boat. And there's something on that island. And they can go back to the island after watching my video, but some people are going to jail. And anybody else that knows about this and that is not being truthful, also, I'm going to read them the Miranda rights, okay? Which I already did. I found out they go to ship in Horn Island to do rituals because it's recognized as an underground railroad site, harvesting past energies. Go to the Gulf Islands National Seashore. Damn. Yes, I picked that up. Ritual, sacrificial stuff. This is what these occults do. Okay, you watch the video of Mississippi DA Angela Maris. Hold on, you guys are going too fast for me. Oh my gosh, she is a AI. She's motionless. Wow, I would look. I would look in the Fort Bio area on it. Yes, they're going to find something, and they can go there and try to look for themselves. They're not going to be able to find it. Yeah, Kate's parents and her brother too. We need to read them the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney, which we know they all got lawyered up. Some of them probably got the same attorney. We're calling the highest form of judgment against them in the spiritual and physical and all timeline frequency and the almighty name. Okay. So we're calling this on the spiritual and the physical. Okay, because things happen in the spiritual before it happens in the physical. What we're witnessing is an Emmett Till, a Marcus Garvey case, and Mississippi Burning. If y'all don't know about Mississippi Burning, you need to go watch the movie Mississippi Burning. Because Mississippi Burning talks about two black children that come from up north. They go down south. Actually, I'm going to watch it tonight. And they find their car. The FBI, the feds had to come in. Okay. They find their car. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. It came down my timeline. I said, man, this is not a coincidence, my friends. It came down my timeline, and I said, none of this is a coincidence. Yes, I said all of them. We're not forgetting Morgan, Andrew, Tristan, Javon, their parents. They better come forth. Yes, we're calling spiritual judgment all, and we're reading them their Miranda rights. The birds are chirping, the dogs are barking. They're listening. Trust me when I tell you. See, Nolan's. I'm gonna say something. Nolan's death, and this is gonna sound, for some of you guys, you're not gonna understand this, and some of you guys will understand this. He died for some truths to be told. Okay. His death was for things that were being hidden in Mississippi, that have been hidden in Mississippi for decades ago, to come forward. Okay. It's so sad, but his death is going to bring awareness in the current time of what has happened in the past. And we know that history repeats itself, but we can change history. And you got to understand, like, these people have been getting away with this. This is not the first time it has happened. Yes, some of their dads are doctors. Some of their dads are, we got judges, we got doctors. We got lawyers. We got all kinds of people. And in Mississippi Bernie, they had to actually have the feds come down to solve the case because the sheriff, all the sheriff and the sheriff, the police, they were all Klans members. The judges, the police, the clergies, everybody in the town was Klan. And pharmacy store owners. If you guys know, these families they own car dealerships, they own pharmacies, they own grocery stores. Do not go support their business. They'll take your money, but they'll kill a child. But they'll take your money. Don't support them. Don't go to their grocery stores, don't go to their pharmacies, and tell them I'm not going to support killers. I'm not going to support. And they were like, "Oh, why don't you come here no more, Miss Jennifer?" Because I don't support killers. I don't. And children of killers and families of killers. I don't support it. It doesn't align with me spiritually and physically. I can't come here no more. I can't support you. I'm sorry. I got to take my business somewhere else. Yeah, Tristan. I told you who I said they're going to try to blame this on. Tristan, they're going to try to blame it on Tristan. Tristan says, "Oh, you don't know how it is down here. They got my back." Tristan, the same word you say is the same word you're going to swallow, my friend. Because I believe some people are going to start disappearing. Some people are going to start, like, I'm telling you, there's going to be some crazy shit going on. He says, "Oh, you don't know how it is down here." Well, Tristan, they're gonna hang you out there to dry, my friend. And it's not funny, but Tristan got paid. Tristan got paid. You don't think they're gonna put it on another black boy? Two other black boys, Javon and Tristan? Come on, come through. I think his name is Tristan or Tristan. Yeah, he had his arms like this. He's full of shit. And he said he was fighting. So was he fighting Nolan? He's a liar. He's a liar. He didn't even have tears in his eyes. If my friend just died and was murdered, I would be boohoo fucking crying. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, he's my best friend. He's my best friend." No one's everybody's best friend, right? He's murdered and he's your best friend. I don't want those kind of best friends, and that's for sure. I'm good. I am good. And you know what's so sad? Nolan wants to fit in. He wanted to be a part of the crowd. And like Warren said, oh, he always wanted to be with us. He always wanted to hang out with us. He always wanted to tag along. Like, just because you have money, and we don't even really know how you're getting money, to be honest. And your mother is hoeing around, okay, sleeping around and she's a pedo, so she needs to be her. And when you call the number, what's the number? Let's call the number and see if the judge answers. You guys know her number? They're giving the number to call in to report if you have any information to Ashley Cole. I mean, I can't even make this up. I'm like, what is going on here? She needs to step down. She needs to lose her license. She also needs to be charged. And the reason why she needs to be charged, if you go to my reading that I did with Nolan and her, they were in a relationship. The husband found out. Energy don't lie, you guys. I'm about 90% accurate on my cases. I'm working on a case right now. It's about to be solved. There was one that was just solved. Okay? Energy don't lie, people lie. Yeah, there's a number to call, and it's Ashley Cole's number. I cannot make this shit up. And everybody's like, "Oh, I'm Nolan's best friend." How are you his best friend and he was murdered? And you know he was murdered and you were involved. I mean, I don't want no friends like that. I don't know about y'all, but not me. I don't keep people like that around me. No, it's not just Mississippi. We got a boy up here that I was about to do a read on, and I said, my aunt, I said, stop, Jen. No, 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 no. Don't touch on that energy just yet, because I'm going to solve that case. And I spoke to the mother, and she knows. She reached out to the detective and said, we need to sit down with the detective. And there was already a search warrant. So that case I'm not talking about, because that case will be solved. And the people that were involved with that case, they're going to jail. And he's going to get a proper burial. And people have to be alert. Yes, this is happening everywhere. Mississippi, yeah, it's even happened. I'm in the north. This boy's life was taken. They have not solved this case. And I happened to be in a person's store the day, one of my friend's store, and just talking to her, and she started talking to me about this case that I knew nothing about. The case is on Dateline. And I start channeling the boy right there in her store. She got chills. I got chills. She couldn't believe it. The things I were picking up was some of the things she was picking up, but then also I was picking up things she wasn't picking up. So that case will be solved. Yeah, people have to be on alert, you guys. It's crazy that I'm in a predominantly, this town that I'm in right now is predominantly white. The hotline. So the hotline number is to Ashley Cole. Let's see. The hotline number for Nolan Wells. Right here's a hotline number. So let's call it and see who it goes to. It's is it the 889 number? I mean 888-991-1772. Is that the number? So thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying those kind words. What is the number? Because I'm getting one on Ben Crumps, and this is the one that's showing up. Is that number? The 889 1772. Is that the hotline tip line? That's why. Oh, that's that girl Kimberly, the white girl Kimberly. She's on it. So this is the hotline number. Why would they give this number? And then there's another hotline number. It's 228 228 769 3036.
Hi, You've reached the office of Judge Ashley Cole. Please leave your name, number, the case number, and a brief message at the sound of the beep, and we'll call you back as soon as we get a chance. Thank you.
You cannot record a message for
Margot Mills.
this mailbox is
Okay, it goes to Ashley Cole's number. You got to be kidding me. Don't call this number. I'm going to call it back. I don't care. The 228-769-3036 is Ashley Cole. Listen.
Hi, you've reached the office of Judge Ashley Cole. Please leave your name, number, the case number, and a brief message at the sound of the beep, and we'll call you back as soon as we get a chance. Thank you.
you cannot record a message for
Margot Mills.
this mailbox.
Okay, so the 228-769-3036 is the number you're supposed to call in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and it's going to Ashley Cole's number. It's 228-769-3036. Let me ask why the phone call is going to Ashley Cole. Okay, let's ask why the phone call is going to Ashley Cole. I just called Ashley Cole. I don't want to be here long. So don't call that number. Don't call that number. Do you understand? Because this is going to happen. They're playing in our faces. See, we have social media, but if we didn't have social media, this is kind of the good old boy way. You understand what I'm saying? Playing with us. No, you're not playing with us. So this is coming out. So if you call that number, this might happen. Okay, just for entertainment purposes. Show me what else is crossing this. Give me one other card crossing this energy. We already know they were dating. So let's put this aside, and it's all lies, okay? Okay, so we're going to put this card back. So if you call that number, this might happen to you. Somebody says Willie D showed that earlier. It's totally a joke. Don't call that. I don't know. What about the Ben Crump? You better call Ben Crump's office. That's all I got to say. Don't call that number. Let me repeat that number to you again. 228-769-3036. Okay, so I asked, let me shuffle this deck again. So I asked, why are they having the people call the judge and not the sheriff office? This is some weird shit. So why would they be having people call Ashley Cole's number instead of the sheriff office? Like, is this real, you guys? Is this real? I'm going to ask you guys, is this real? Why would they have you calling the judge's office and not the police department? This is crazy. So let's find out the truth. Why is the phone calls going to Ashley Cole's office? It's a trap. And you might go missing. You might go missing, and it's a trap. Trap and missing. You might go missing. If they call me back, I'm going to say, oops, I dialed the wrong number. I would never take my life. And that is what's hidden. You might go missing yourself. And it's a trap. That's why nobody's talking. It's scary. It's scary. Thanks for the type shit. It's a hidden that you will be trapped. Don't call that number if you want to stay alive, my friends. And I'm serious. Because it's showing me you might go missing. There might be some abuse and neglect will happen to you, and you're going to be trapped. And they might make something look man-made for entertainment purposes. Just saying. Yes, please, Yeshua, Jah, Aldo Mary, whatever you guys want to call God, cover anyone that has called that number in the almighty name. For real. Because you might disappear. I'm serious. And this is probably why some people, and this had to do with the boat, because they're connected to the boat. Let me see if I get, hold on. So yeah, you might go missing. Why wouldn't they have you go? Why wouldn't they have it going to the sheriff office? I have called on cases and it went straight to the sheriff office. Yo, this is not even funny. This is not funny. You will be trapped. Yes, I know that I definitely need a cleansing because this energy is so dark. Let's see if the police officer energy comes out. So this is with the boat. Okay, what happened on the boat? Okay. Hidden. Okay, there's man-made. Okay. This is why they're having you call her office. And you might be trapped. It's a trap. And you might go missing. And some kind of abuse and neglect might happen to you. But you hidden. Okay, so don't call that number. Anything else about that number that we need to know, ancestors? Because normally you would call the sheriff office, their family, because their family was involved. I cannot make this up. So they have a tip line. It's an official tip line. Do not call that tip line. That is actually Ashley Cole's a judge. Why would they have the tip line going to a judge and not the sheriff department? They need the feds or the marshals involved in this because this has gone too far. Okay, so it's her family, her marriage. She wants to protect her family and her marriage, and her name. Anything else that I need to know? Let's see if the police officer energy comes off. Because why isn't it going to the police officers? I mean, the sheriff department. Now, the house is here. So the house represents to me the White House. Okay, for entertainment purposes. I'm just saying it's out here. And then in the energy. Yes, and mainstream media is pushing that number out. Do not call that number. Just saying. Now, Ben Crump's number. Let me see where Ben Crump's number is. Right here is Ben Crump's number. You can even call if you don't speak no English. There you go. Oh my gosh. The feds need to get involved in this. The sheriff is involved in this. He's having the phone calls go to Ashley Cole. Sorry, the judge Ashley Cole. The sheriff, Ledbetter, his ass. This is past. This needs to be the CIA, not CIA, FBI. I'm sorry, or federal marshals need to get involved with this. We got the sitting judge, which it should be going to the sheriff office. If you have any tips, go to Ben Crump's website. And trust none of those people in Mississippi. I don't give a fuck who they are. Do not trust them. Because when do you call a judge and you're not calling a sheriff department with information? So they're giving Ashley Cole's number out for you to call. Did you guys just let me call it one more time? Because I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is the number they're giving out to call.
Hi, you've reached the office of Judge Ashley Cole. Please leave your name, number, the case number, and a brief message at the sound of the beep, and we'll call you back as soon as we get a chance. Thank you.
You cannot.
She's the judge. And the judge and the officers working together. They need the feds in here. I'm sorry. They need the marshals. I mean, this is some fuckery. And Ben Crump's office. Okay, is this a psyops? Like, I'm serious. Is this a psyops? We need the DOJ up in here. This is a conflict of interest. We need the DOJ. Don't call that please don't call that 228-769-3036 number, because your ass is going to be grass. There's the judge. We have the judge working together, and the sheriff letterbetter. Yeah, we need the DOJ. Where are the feds at when you need them, right? Where are you guys at? The ones that want to help. Because this is definitely a conflict. And I've called on cases. It goes straight to the sheriff departments. Corrupted as a motherfucker. Corrupted as a fuckery. People are watching me from international. Is this a psyops? Like, I'm serious. Are they fucking with us? Oh, somebody says we need the DOJ, the feds, all the alphabet boys need. Yeah, so people are calling. If you're calling and you're in Mississippi, I almost been on here for 2 hours, y'all. They're protecting them. I'm sorry. They need to be protecting the people of Mississippi. The citizens that put their asses in fucking office. Y'all put ass in office. You put Chef Letterbetter's ass in office. I mean, I've never seen no shit like this. I'm really like thinking this is a psyops. And don't call the DEA either. They're all in this together. I mean, I can pull a card on the DEA, and this is for entertainment purposes, but I already think I know what's going to come out. The judge and the sheriff is working together. Some of you guys may not be from the United States of America. Some of you guys may be from a foreign country. And, I mean, there's corruption everywhere, but goddamn. I mean, is this real? I'm really asking myself, is this real? Don't call none of those. Somebody says don't call none of them. No, don't call the sheriff, don't call the judge, and don't call the DEA. And Ben Crump, if you're watching my channel, what is going on? Are they like playing a game? Is this a psyops? I'm really starting to believe this is psyops. They fucking with us. They try to energy harvest our energy. I'm really believing this is like a fucking psyops. I'm serious. Star seeds. They want to come after the star seeds. I'm really starting to believe this is a psyops. I have never seen no shit like this in my life. And they want to open up portals. Because we can close and open portals. The last two numbers. The last two numbers is 36. Don't call them. Damn, I'm kind of even scared to say, can you even call the other office? I'm being honest. So their voicemail's full. They can't leave no message. So they're telling you to call. This is actually what they're putting on their website. Let me show you. Who to call with information on Nolan Wells. I'm believing this is a psyops. We haven't even seen his body. Okay, let's see what numbers they give. Okay. Who to call with information on Nolan Wells case? Okay. So the number to call is the same number I just said. This is crazy. And then they also have Ben Crump's number you can call. Has anybody called? Thank you guys. Has anybody called? Yeah, they're demon. They're on demon time. Yeah, don't buy from them. Don't support their businesses. I don't know how. I have people that are on my channel that live in Mississippi, and I don't know. I don't know how y'all doing it down there. I mean, we have it here too, but I'm looking for the phone number. It's the same phone number. So people are calling in, but her line is full. So that is the number. Yeah, they're on a different time. They're on demon time. Um yeah, that's the number. I'm starting to believe like this is like some energy harvesting type shit here going on. So be careful. Because I said this from day one. So let's look at the towing company. The towing company. I feel like they were talking in code. The towing company is a man-made disaster. They don't want no look, black person. Nolan, they don't want nothing. They know that he was taken to land. The towing company, they know. Where's that man-made disaster card that just flew out? They know it's lies. They don't want nothing to do with it. Because when this all comes down to the court and stuff, they want to walk away. I feel like the Cajun Navy feels like this too. There's another black boy missing. I don't remember the state. Hey Jen, Michael Kohlberg wants a new trial. Can you pick the cards on him? Yeah, I have to do that another reading. I haven't did a reading on Brian Kohlberger. He's from Pennsylvania, by the way. He comes from some military background family, and he was MK Ultra in some kind of way. I'm telling you guys, he's an MK Ultra like what's his name, Manson, Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson said in an interview. I watched the interview with Marilyn Manson, and I said, God damn, is it Marilyn Manson? He just came down my timeline. He was giving an interview. They did an interview, Marilyn Manson. And what he said, hold on, where's that? Yeah, Marilyn Manson. Is it Marilyn Manson? What's that guy that went and killed all the people in California? And he was MK Ultra. I mean, he was, and if you watch the video today, you're just like, damn, he was really MK Ultra. He said that they had him since the age of 10 years old. So that means they're making serial illers out here. They're making them. Miss Jennifer, whenever I get done out of debt, it will be soon. I'm going to send you a donation. These bills killing me. I know these bills are killing everybody, you guys. They're killing everybody. Let's pull a card on the DA's energy, and then I'm going to end this. I might come back and do readings later. If y'all want readings, I could do readings. Yeah, Charles Manson, man. That interview with Charles Manson, I mean, that is going to go down in history. Charles Manson, what they said, he said they had him since 10 years old. You know, Charles Manson was supposed to be, he was supposed to, let me go, I think I seen it on TikTok. He was supposed to, TikTok's a portal, you guys. You know, TikTok's a portal. Okay, you know it's a portal. Every time I open it, I'm like, this is a motherfucking portal. That's why I don't have nothing on my TikTok. Because I know it's a portal. Um, it's not my portal that I'm opening, it's a portal they're opening. So Charles Manson, he gives this.
The United States is owned by foreign corporations.
Listen to this. Everybody needs to watch this. Let me play this real quick, and then we're gonna put one on the DA. Listen to this shit.
Nixon opened it up for foreign trade. And when Nixon opened up for foreign trade, the people of Europe and the common market in Spain and different places, they don't care about the United States forest. And in short, the United States has been sold out by people who really don't care for anything but money. I've had all the money in the world 3 times. I had to give it back to keep the game going.
What game?
The game. It's a game. Money is a game. It's only real to the people who work for it. The people that don't need to work for money, it's a monopoly game. It's a game of paper. It's all on paper. I've got a production company, and I've got a recording company, and I've got a mansion in Beverly Hills, and I've got Rolls Royces and Ferraris. I've got everything money can buy, but it's all on paper. Everything's done through the companies and through the tax loopholes. And the people that live on that level, they don't care about the average honest mule that just goes back and forth to work. They don't care about the children that are in the streets that are thrown out of this upper echelon of existence.
And you know, he said that they had him at the age of 10 years old.
The reason that the girls liked me was,
and he was,
believe me.
he was MK Ultra. Let me ring this bell. Okay, I don't want his energy. Even though he's speaking the truth, he was MK Ultra. They had him at the age of 10 years old. Listen to his interview. He said they had me at the age of 10. You know that he was supposed to sign a deal with Hollywood. He was supposed to have a singing career. Oh, this is stranger than motherfucking fiction. Stranger than fiction. Okay, so let's pull one on the DEA, and then I'm going to end this. He said that they had him at the age of 10 years old. He had, okay, somebody says Charles Manson had a lot of truth and knew a lot about. Yes, he did. And Charles Manson, the serial killer, they made him. He was man-made. Go to TikTok and put Charles Manson and listen to all the things he says. He said that they had him at 10 years old. Where did they get him at 10 years old? Just saying, okay? So let's get one card on the DEA. DEA. Let's get one card on her energy for entertainment purposes. And then we're going to end this read. Thank you guys so much. I've been on here for a long time. Oh my gosh, almost 2 hours. Yeah, look, Marilyn Manson was MK Ultra. He's saying it. I'm you can go now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was MK Ultra. Okay, so hold on, hold on for a second. Go watch it on TikTok. Marilyn Manson, man, when he's speaking some truth. So I don't know. They said that yes, he's telling him to kick rock. No, Marilyn Manson, he's telling the truth. They had him at 10. He was MK Ultra. He was a super soldier. Oh, I don't know why I even went there in that energy. Okay, so let's read the DA's energy, and then I'm ending this. And please do not call that line. The messengers are full, so people are calling with, they have proof. Okay, so give me the DA's energy. The DA's energy. Hold on, you guys. The DA's energy. We've been on here for a long time, you guys. You want a reading? Okay, I'll come back later and I'll do a one question reading, and I'll put the price in my Venmo app up. And you can ask one question. Okay, and I'll come back. I need to eat, and then I'll come back and you can do one question readings. So the DA, I'm sorry, I said DEA. Why did I say DEA? That's the drug. Shit, they might be on it. Okay, the DA. Okay, I don't know what is going on. My phone is on some funky shit. Let's see what time it is. I can come back on like around 9. Okay, my phone is on some funky shit. So the DA, give me her energy on Nolan Xavier Wells' case. Ancestors, protect me and all my passengers and all who passes by with a steady hand and watchful eye. Ancestors, spirit guides, near and far, show me what I need to see. Abuse and neglect. Okay, abuse and neglect of what? Something that was man-made. This is a DA's energy. Confused here. Oh God, love you, Jen. Peace. All gotta go. Okay, see you, Sandra. She said, "I love you, Nolan. Gotta go. See you from the UK. What time is it in the UK? Okay, so abuse and neglect and missing. That would be Nolan's energy. She knows that Nolan was abused and neglect. Man-made disaster. She has tunnel vision. So she knows that Nolan, she knows the truth. She knows a secret that everybody knows, that the whole world knows. She knows that he was abused and neglected, and that's why he went missing. And man-made, she knows it's a man-made disaster. She knows the tunnel is about tunnel vision, right? Choosing to have tunnel vision. And she knows that there's going to be some legal proceedings happening, and some people are going to be going to the justice system, and then from the justice system they're going to be going to the jail, because she has no choice. We're on this like no tomorrow. So she knows everything. She knows everything. Everything that we know, she knows. Okay, so I'll be back on at Let's do 9 o'clock. Okay, you guys can ask one question. She knows everything. She knows, when I tell you she knows everything, she knows everything. She knows this is a cover-up. What? Okay, so she knows this is a cover-up. What's crossing the cover-up energy in the boat? Because the boat wants to keep coming out. Somebody's grandfather's energy keeps wanting to come out. So I'm going to bring his energy out. So she knows this is a cover-up. Somebody's grandfather is definitely all over this. I'm telling you. Somebody's grandfather is all over this. She knows. The grandfather of the boy, but it also said the girl. So, hold on. Let's see what else we get out here. The grandfather. Who's it? So she knows. This grandfather has some weight in this community. In Ocean Springs. The grandfather. I know I got a feeling FBI. Is he an FBI agent or retired FBI? Let's see. For entertainment purposes. Let's see if caught comes out. If she's involved in the caught. We'll see if that comes out too. Yep, somebody's daughter. Okay, somebody's daughter. Okay, what else do I need to know? She knows. Somebody's daughter's energy is coming up. She knows they were on drugs. Somebody's grandfather is coming out heavily, and she knows this. She knows everything, you guys. She knows everything they're saying about Nolan Wells' lies. They want to open some kind of portals. I'm telling you guys, they're opening portals on this case. That's why be careful. Be careful. You can, when you're done reading on him, if you guys are reading on him, just cleanse your space, cleanse your energy. Okay, your energy field and all that, okay? What else do I need to know? Yeah, they're having meetings in the beach. The burial is in reverse. The burial is how he died. She knows all this. She knows everything, you guys. She knows Nolan was betrayed. She even got some witnesses. She knows somebody's daughter was involved. Okay, so this is what I got on the DEA. She knows somebody's grandfather is... I was hoping that because I'm trying to see, what does a grandfather do? Because he showed up as Warlock. She's trapped. The DEA's trapped. She's trapped. These people are very connected. She's trapped. She's stuck. Her energy's stuck. Somebody says, is grandfather Jerry? Yeah. Who is the grandfather connected to? She's trapped in the justice system. She can't move nowhere. But it is going to go forward, you guys. It's going to go to court. There will be justice on this case. Who is this? I keep this. I don't know why I feel like this grandfather... Come through. Who is this grandfather? Because is he like retired FBI or something, or government? I mean, come through, because something ain't right here. Who is this grandfather? That card don't want to come out for some reason, and I can't force the energy. Okay, he's in the grandfather shit, organized crime in Mississippi. He could be a KKK member. He could be Knight Templar energy. He could be a Freemason energy. Yeah, he's a cult. He's a cult. He's the head of the cult. This guy, man, he's been around for quite some time. He's in a cult. I told y'all. He showed up as warlock. Okay, warlock. I'm splitting the deck. He's in organized crime, so he's into this occult. And she knows that. Everybody knows. Somebody needs to find out who the grandfather is. I need to see a damn picture so I can read his energy. All I need is a picture of him and I can read his energy. That's all I need. I don't know. Somebody says Bart grandfather or it's Wyatt. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's one of these boys' grandfather. But then it also came out. Hold on. He's also a witness. But it's also coming out boy and daughter. So this could be the mom's grandfather and the son's. Okay, this is the mother's dad and one of these boys' grandfather. But we don't know what boy it is. That's what we need to figure out. I need to see a damn picture. All I need is a picture. That's it. I can read the energy off of a picture. And the picture, when I put in his name, it showed FBI agent. So I'm confused. I typed in his name. Type it in. It shows you an FBI agent. I'm serious. Yes. Remember Warren said, yes. Warren's testimony, all the videos Warren did and Tristan or Tristan, whatever, they can use those interviews for in the court. Remember Warren Hudson said his buddy brought his father's boat. Even Bart's grandfather and Wyatt's grandfather. Yep, all of them above. His name is Jerry. Yeah, but when I put Jerry's name in, he's a warlock. He is a warlock. So, let's see. I'm getting warlock. He has money. Money wants to come out. Give me more on the grandfather. I don't believe the grandmom is alive. I don't think the grandmother... she might have just passed away or something. Money. Yeah, he got money. Yep, he got a lot. He got money. I just need to see a picture of him. And I definitely can read his energy just from a picture. He's a warlock. He's always shown up as warlock. Okay, I'm just saying. And all my reads, he's shown up as warlock. So we just need to find out who he is. A warlock is a male practitioner of witchcraft, craft, or sorcery. Costume design for warlocks. So this man does curses, summons. He's a warlock. So he belongs to some kind of fraternal order. But I need to see his face in sacrifices. This man has been around for quite some time. So he's been doing this for quite some time. The grandfather. But the thing is, I see a sick man in front of me. Let's keep this card out. And he has money. The boy's connected to the mother, to this cult. This is a cult. Organized crime. let's pull one more card on this energy. We need a picture of Jerry. Does anybody have a Jerry? I put Jerry. Jerry has this background. I told y'all. Oh, come through. Thank you. Jerry could be a retired FBI, a retired police officer, chief police officer. Okay, because when I pulled the energy, I was waiting for FBI to come out in the deck. So he has military background too. This is what I pulled. So I put in that name. Let me show you whose picture showed up. And you can type this in yourself. Let me put Mississippi. When I typed it in earlier, it showed me an FBI agent. Just say. So we need to find a picture. So he could have been he definitely served in the military. Grandpa Jerry Adke Arson. Okay. Ackerson, Jerry Ackerson, the grandfather, served in the military. He's also a part of fraternal order. You see the Freemason? He could have been a chief in that town, chief sheriff, chief officer, definitely military. Also with the medals, he's high ranking. He has military background, for sure. Yes, and he's retired. So when we talk about official officer, this could be in any branch. This could be Air Force. This could be Air Force. This could be Army. This could be, but he's high ranking. The reason why I say, look at all these medals he has. He's decorated with medals. On here he has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medals. And if you see his hand, this is a Freemason. So he served in the military in some capacity. He also served in the county of Mississippi, of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. So he has military background. And then we have this pillar. So he's also a part of a fraternal order. Because if you see this, he's standing by the pillars. So he has entry to this fraternal order. He could have been a founding father, or his father could have been founding father of this fraternal order, or this organized crime, or this cult. But I don't know his career. I'm telling you, he served in the military. Some part of the military. He also served in Ocean Springs. Now, he could have been in the sheriff department. He could have been in the fire department. I also feel like this guy will be listed. If you look, okay, you guys can look this up. In Ocean Springs, y'all detectives out here. Because y'all solving this shit, okay? Nancy Grace, if you're watching my channel, okay? So the grandfather, how you can find him is through, I'm hearing a Lions Club. Where's my other phone at? The Lions Club. So he's a part of a Lions Club. Okay, Lions Club. They have so many Lions Clubs in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. They even have the Knights. Remember I said the Knight Templar? They have a Knights Lions Club. It says Harper Rains Night Incorporated. I don't know what that means. Lions International. Lions Club. What else? Other names they have? They have Lions Club. Okay, Crystal Springs has a Lions Club. What else kind of clubs do they have for these officers? They have gun clubs, Lions clubs. I know up here they be in the guns clubs, they be in the archery clubs, they be in um the legions. Okay, he's into he's so they have Lions clubs, they have what are these clubs these guys have? Lions clubs, gun clubs, archery clubs. They're mostly all military. This guy is in one of those clubs. And he's proud. Just saying. He's proud. So let's go to the fourth house on his energy because we got the number 4 and we got the number 22. So the fourth house for him, the grandfather in numerology, would be about the fourth house talks about stability, hard work, and commitment to a strong foundation. Okay. The fourth house in astrology talks about stability, discipline, and strong foundation. It's a number that resonates with hard work and a order. Home with his number tends to support grounding energy, which is ideal professional families, anyone building something solid for the future. So this man built something solid for the future for his children. Okay, so number 4 in numerology. It's about his living space. It's about discipline. It's about his dwelling. Architect, student, banking professor. It's real estate development. So he could even be into real estate development, architect, banking, and I feel like farming too. Okay. So y'all find who he is, send me the picture, and then I can just read his energy. Okay.
If I started.
Oh no. That was what's his energy. Thank you so much. Yes, he's in, and I do see some kind of farming here. So they do own land. Yes, Boys and Girls Club. They also get into Rotary clubs. They get into Boys and Gloves Club, Rotary clubs. Look up the Rotary clubs. He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on there. Trust me. He's gonna be. His name is gonna be there somewhere. Okay. Boys and Girls Club, Rotary clubs, all those kind of clubs. Okay, he is definitely, this is what I was picking up on his energy. He has military background and he's a Freemason. Okay. He's in a particular order. Now, it's interesting we got the number 4. I want to see if we get number 4 again because 444 talks about genocide. Okay, for entertainment purposes. Okay. So let's get one more card on his energy and then I'm ending this. Thank you so much. He is a witness to this. One more card on the grandfather's energy, and then I'm going to end this. Concern. Number 5 and 4. 1441. So when he got that phone call, he was concerned. 4 5, 45, or 54 is symbolic here. What's crossing? So he got that phone call about the boats. Yes, Storm. Okay, this is what I got. Yeah. So he got the phone call. He was concerned about the phone call. The message came through to him. Number 7. The phone. He got the phone call. He also has a seal. He wants to bury something. He has money. He's not in good health. I'm telling you guys. He's not. 44. Yes, 44. Look at this. 44 is a number Masons use for genocide. Just saying. He's not in good health. He might have connections to the house for entertainment purposes. You know, the house. Great fortune. This man has great fortune. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay. Crazy. And he has, oh my gosh. So the concern came in the reverse. So he's not concerned. Because if he was concerned, it would come in the upright. But it's coming in the reverse. He's not concerned. He's not concerned. This is crazy. Did he take any other people's life? Let's ask that card. Pull the card to see if he killed any other kids. Yeah, let's pull that and then we're ending this. If black person comes out of here, I'm ending this right now. I'm ending it anyways. So let's see. Protect me and my passengers and all who passes by with a steady hand and watchful eye. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to do this. So, yes, he's not concerned. It's in the reverse. Storm, they said hi. Darn, you ate all that food, Storm? What is going on? I gotta feed him. Okay, so let's get another. He's not concerned. It's in the reverse. He's a trickster. He's not concerned. It's in the reverse. This is crazy. Yeah, he has did this before. Storm's not hungry. He just ate, you guys. I filled that whole bowl of food up and he ate majority of it. And he has another bowl of food downstairs. He's eating now. He can eat. He needs to get a job. So yes, he has done this before. And he's not concerned. His religion. This man is not concerned, my friends. Because of the job he once had, he's not concerned. Or the job he has now. He's not concerned at all. Okay, I'm ending this. Thank you guys so much. This was long. He's not concerned. What the hell? Yeah, it just says he's a witness. They caught him. He's in a networking. They called the grandfather. So that grandfather needs to step forward. He's not scared to even go to jail. Look at this. Who is this grandfather? I want to know who he is. Now I want to know. He got secrets. He's a toxic person. This is somebody's daddy. Granddaddy. He got an illness. I told y'all. Somebody's granddaddy. We need to find. Did Nolan know him? And you can't trust this man. See the reverse. All right, thank you guys so much. We need a photo of the granddad. We need to find out whose granddad this is. Maybe I can ask. Hold on. I've been on here for too long, you guys. Almost 3 hours. Let's ask if it's Bart's grandfather. Okay, didn't y'all say it was Bart or what's the other boy's grandfather? I want to end this. Like I'm in the energy. That's why I be deep. I'll be on here for a long time, but I go deep. That's why my videos be long. I be going deep. His buddy. So is it Wyatt's grandfather or is Bart's grandfather? He don't care about going to jail. This is a... Okay, let's ask. Let's see. Is he Bart's grandfather or Wyatt's grandfather? Okay, I asked if the first question, but is he Bart's grandfather? Okay, is he I'm going to show this card. Is he Wyatt's grandfather? No, he's not Wyatt's, but he is the same Bart's. Okay, so I don't know. It's saying he's not Wyatt's, but he's Bart's. This is what it's showing, so I don't know. Because the first question, he's the magician. So I asked the first question, was he... Wyatt is saying no, but Bart is saying yes. So I don't know. People are saying it's Wyatt's grandfather. Okay, I asked if it was Bart is saying yes. Let's confirm. Give me a confirmation card over this. Yes. Okay, so is it Wyatt's grandfather? You guys are saying it's Wyatt's grandfather? Why is it saying no? Maybe it's throwing me off because of the magician. It has to be one of their grandfathers, Wyatt or Bart's. And when I'm pulling on, this is an old ass man. He's a part of an order. Look, you can't even get through this motherfucker, okay? He has a whole team behind him. So whose grandfather is it? One boat was owned by the grandfather. The other boat was owned by Bart's grandfather. I'm getting Bart's grandfather. I'm not getting Wyatt's. But I'm concerned because the magician, abracadabra, as above, so below. Okay, he is a wizard. Okay, they can make shit appear. Okay, abracadabra. He has all the tools to make shit appear and disappear. Just play. Not with me, because I'm gonna see. So I asked if it's showing Bart's, not Wyatt's. Okay, one boat was owned by. Okay, yeah, one boat was owned by grandfather, and the other boat was owned by Bart's grandfather. Yes, we need to be looking at Bart's grandfather and Wyatt's, but this is giving me more Bart's energy. But the reason, okay, so it's saying no for Wyatt's, but it's saying yes for Bart's. Okay. So y'all can come back and tell me. You can email me. Let me know if y'all get any information out here, because there's a lot of people in this motherfucking case. Thank you guys so much. It's Jennifer Felix readings, you guys. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'll be back at 9 o'clock. All right. Hit the like button. Share. This is a long ass video. Yeah, Bart's grandfather, and the other is owned by Wyatt's grandfather. And it's interesting. Is Bart's grandfather and Wyatt's grandfather friends? Let's ask that question. Then we're going to end this, you guys. Yes, they're friends. They're fucking friends. They're friends. They're friends. They are friends. They know each other. They've been through things together. Thank you guys so much. This is Jennifer Felix readings. Hit the like button. Share what you know. They're all in the club, yes. And they've been through things together, okay? All right. Thank you guys. Bye.